Welcome back. I don't believe it. I'm Scaryolive. I'm playing Metaphor ReFantazio, our playthrough. We have finished the game. It's a hard playthrough, 1 hour 17, level 80. We beat the final boss. There was 3 fights. We did them all, and now we can keep playing. I don't know how it works, but I think it's the epilogue. I was just like, okay, I need to stop playing. I played for 4 hours. So here we come back, and we have all our relationships are there. 1 hour, 1 year later. So let's talk to everybody. Okay, I kind of went past her last time. It's fine. Okay, let's see. Stroll. What are you up to, Stroll? What has happened to Stroll?
Say there.
Hey.
Shulkin about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Alkenberg is on the hunt. The classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which, I dare not say. I could say the same of you. You haven't changed that much either, Stroll. That's Lord, or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating. Like she was born to do so. Not that I can talk, I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
So.
You know, I see how that even those at the top of their struggles a little too clearly. A general's duty feels overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I have a fallen noble with nothing in my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler? Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were a little bit more than an afterthought. If I had not met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intention, and I certainly wouldn't have saved the Alliance. I owe seeing the joy in their face to you. I think I've said before, but thank you. Give yourself some credit.
No.
I would still owe you any credit if I could. Thank you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you. You've got a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenge. We can't possibly foresee. But show me the way, and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
Why.
Our styles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always. Alright, Stroll, alright. Ismay, what are you up to? Chilling with Dell.
Oh.
Well, I see your king is out on some personal business, huh? I believe Alkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes and goes. I'm on a break myself.
Just.
Only try to not frustrate your royal guard so much, okay? They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth, but that's become clear to me since become title. What could be more bizarre? A UGF outcast, once a wanted criminal, with a bounty on his head, made knight commander? There was, of course, the opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more acceptant they've become, albeit gradually. Times are changing.
True.
Indeed, grand titles and posts across the nation are held by manners of tribe now. All tribes, each contributing with their own respective strength. I realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not make a country. Yet he stands for those other people, a symbol and a representative. That the king of those around him are mixed tribes, it has caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural village. How is Tadari?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle, now that they've resumed trade with the other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken. and that even they could take the first steps. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope this generation will grow only knowing conflict born of tribal difference from history books. We have a way to go before the days come, but until it does, let us forge a path towards it, Your Majesty. And Basilio, what about you? Hey, I'm out inspecting again. You are out inspecting again. Seems like a right pain to me, but I appreciate you going all the efforts. All's well, I take it?
Hey.
I wish I had something to report, but I don't. Haha. Guess that's what happened when you make a guy like me captain of the Trading Brigade. Bit of a mouthful, ain't it? Still not used to calling myself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Louis' troops, you know? And you don't worry, I've got eyes on them when they are not even looking. The way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make a world worse. I just gotta show them the power is supposed to be used. We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turning to a life of crime to make needs ends. If Dale could see Grand Trad today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Dale, a lot of guys who didn't make it. Vinka.
Yeah.
You remember him? Those damn experiments trapped him in a vengeance he could see past. But I feel like even he might smile seeing what's up to. We built this piece with a lot of blood and tears. So I say those of us who made it this far, owe it all of them that didn't protect. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stopped being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot, though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point at me. I'll solve it quick. You will?
Alright then.
Let's go.
Can I move my gauntlet? No, we cannot. Is Neuras still in the engine room? No, he's not.
Alright then. Let's go.
Lovely that.
Barton!
That's something.
What's an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty? No guards with you today? Aha, don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over all the provincial government are doing. We convened for the new year. How are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now, and I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns as employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the government's role, and I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat the mistake. Things are alright now?
But of course.
Indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing that weight alone. Of course, some lords are like I once was, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceeding and disputes. Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble. And choosing a king for our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely that.
Thank you, Barton.
Alright then.
Let's go. Yeah?
Neras is chilling here. Oh, what brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face, have you?
Aha!
I know how it is. I fancy an old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Instruction Development Bureau, and I can research as I please now. But something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and I came to gaze upon the runner. That's what I do. I know how you feel. I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss the days of dashing hither and thither in the runner.
Perhaps.
Now that it's not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given me to a man who used to skulk about, modifying the gauntlet runners and stuff. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. If you change the world, wouldn't you say? It would change the world. I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's time like this I need stimulation on the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back in one, I remember I could hardly contain my excitement. I do miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generation is no engineer at all.
However,
Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a bally genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty, like the salt-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever wants to go out for a spin, won't you? Our dear girl, sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff.
All right,
Good
then.
night.
all right now.
Oh.
Rip it, missus.
Got a little Juna.
My king.
Oh, here you are, Misako. I heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll have to clear your diary for me soon. Did you bring any souvenir?
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the guess. Firstly,
Well?
the Mage Academy reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and I shall introduce you to my very little friend. I scooped him up at the Academy, of all places. During their reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by the king a long time ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So,
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. I'm keeping off the cat. Feels like fate,
speaking of which,
And speaking of fate, on my back, I met up with Myrtus. She's well,
Now we're
I
talking.
trust?
yeah.
More than well, her throat has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights, her in music and me, coming face to face with magic again.
Hey.
Surely you remember, magic was the first music born in the world. When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swells, there's no end to magic. Just so you watch, with music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All we will have is equal opportunity to own their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts.
Rip it, missus.
That's what she says. Brigitta. The king himself, out browsing the shops? Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. You're embarrassing me. Why stop there? You just can't give me a signed handprint to display on the walls. Haha, no, that's just a little joke. We're doing quite well, even without the royal endorsement. The igniter I made at the children's request, the ones that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children.
Say,
I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I'd been in this position sooner, then the church violence, the tragedy of the village, could have been prevented. It wasn't your fault. There was nothing we could have done at the time, Brigitte. I know that. I only rose to this position once you become king, and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would have been naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world. It's all the more reason I hope that the reason for people to wield them is to continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing what I possibly can with all that I am, just as you do. Ah yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature. So, they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to atrocities I'd commit to in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. All is well, even the dog is alive. Yufa!
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Misako. Were you going out about town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievance and disputes as Chief Magistrate. Shouldn't you delegate that? Haha, that's a question I shall throw right back at you, Your Majesty.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past many citizens were sentenced to hang without such a trial. I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides in the village as the village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling. I think, as I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to the good choice. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer in need not turn to crime. And so I practice what I
Now
preach.
that you mention it.
The other day, I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. How is Ovi?
Very well.
Yes, he's doing well. We practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them to have options, under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes and all the value can join Zen in harmony. That's what we need.
Because
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this.
All right then.
Who's next? We have Maria, we keep her for the end. Katrina Alonso. Shadow Man. Just eating.
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatal duties. Under constant fire from craven eye of all trades, con artists, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? It's been a tough going.
But
Yes, it's been tough, but I'm glad we've managed so far. Quite right, your critics are loud and open with the barbs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All is in a day's work for the royal adjutant of the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope.
Hey,
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnness to use my talents for good, as always I should have. I'm proud to see it. I'm sure she would, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be
you
happy.
mention it.
That reminds me, do you remember that to them, my hometown's landowner. He told me to send you his regards. He's since confessed his crime and he's awaiting trial. You are the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, don't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to do with it. I am hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you. And I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we Nidia can walk about freely in our true form. Ha, you're curious what I look like in my true form. I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? I've seen Juna's true form, but I haven't seen
Alright then.
You alright, mate?
Sup, Katrina? Oh well, if it isn't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town. Where did you go? I'm captain of the Seekers Recon team, remember? We travel in the world, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And crazy doesn't even begin to describe what has beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tensions out there, but what country isn't a little dense? Everything from the customs and the way they think is so different. My head spins. Make all the tribal bickering seems right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better, and I'm glad I turned over the throne to you. I appreciate it. Oh, come on, I'm just roasting you. After we knocked heads, I knew I could trust you with making the lives of the Parapus better than they was. All my cohort have found jobs, and sort of them have even picked up a new skill from being out at sea so long.
Soon, I hope.
But don't you worry, your kindly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper, kingish with it, okay? And we've done it. We've talked to everybody. It's only taken 20 minutes.
Grand, isn't it?
So,
Ah, wonderful.
Alright, let's go. I think we've heard from all the people. Should we head to see where she is, Maria? Let's go see her, yeah?
that reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then. Yes,
That's
she
right.
was. I remember. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be difference in opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, you're the one putting it to ink. That means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Has she grown? She seems the same.
Oh,
Oh, hello there.
oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changed slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be, a side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
You'll make a trusty advisor.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh. Thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
The whole gang's here.
Everyone.
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. It's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its wall.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king, you swine?
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
That's true.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolve to believe in my ideals, no matter what may come even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's belief can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
That's the point.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Preparing a new expedition.
journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I don't care to be kingly. That's less important than doing what I need to do.
You're not even concerned? Can't you take this a little more seriously?
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Nagra and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway futures begin with the belief that it can be realized. Well, I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the ballet court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Your support is the greatest treasure I could have had.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Then let's go.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his, of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Look, it was a thank you. Thank you. I did what I could. I fought.
Feels familiar.
Conquered.
It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
The new chief. Hidden.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
Maria.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Why are we using the runner like this when we could fly in it? I don't know, but there it is. We reached the credits. We started playing this game in March 2026 after I succeeded my Link to the Past NMG sub 90, and I thought, it's gonna be like a month to do this game. It's June. It's the end of June. It's almost July. March, April, May, June. 4 months. It's insane. 120 hours. That's like, I could have done 4 40-hour game. 3. Still. I really liked this game. Otherwise I would not have finished it. I don't think it's a perfect game. Like, it's too much. Right? Like, it just keeps on going. The story, you could remove 40 hours from the story and it would still be the same story. Like, at some point we get it, that it's like racism, and I liked every personal story. I liked every arc, but it felt a little bit redundant sometimes. I felt I spent longer in Persona. You know, I think in the end Persona 5 Royal, I think I maybe had 150 hours, and I even did like the DLC. I don't know if it's DLC, but the Royal part, I guess, the extra semester. And maybe the pacing was better. Oh, it's like this story is always the same story, right? Meanwhile, in Persona, I guess the story has more nuance. It changes more. I don't know. It felt like this felt a little bit too repetitive. But I really like the fighting system. Only thing I'd say is I'd like Honestly, if just like I had at the start of the game, MP problems so hard, and then you realize, okay, you can use the mage to kill small peoples and get back MP. But why not just make it that when you get to a Magla Hollow, you can have items that you should be able to buy items that restore your MP at Magla Hollows or something like that. I guess they want you, because we're not gonna spend a day. We're not gonna like waste a day to do a dungeon in 2 days. Like it's just feels in a game where you want to optimize everything. Nobody's gonna do that. So we're just gonna. I felt like I wasted a lot of time just trying to get back some MPs. So that's like something that irked me. And also I talked about the fact that maybe it feels like every character you can choose what they become, right? So like, okay, I made my character the healer, I made Stroll the mage, but then so in you could in theory at every playthrough you make, you could have a different, they could be all different, but they always, but in the end that's not very true, because first of all, the first character you have a lot more time to customize them, but like honestly Del, Basilio and Yufa and Juna, we don't have them a long time enough to make them customizable. So they're just like Basilio, he had like 3 classes. Meanwhile, the first guy, he has all the classes. And to unlock the royal class for each of your character, you need 2 or 3 specific classes unlocked for each character. So it can, and you don't know that at the start. I feel like either tell me at the start so I can work towards that the whole game, or don't make it so that the royal part is specific. Maybe make it so, okay, you need to have mastered 3 class, and then I choose which 3 they are. But now, like for some character that was well for me, because just naturally I gave these characters the right classes and we were good. But some class, like I gave General to Olkenberg, but turns out the game wanted me to give it to Stroll. How am I supposed to know? So it made me like at the end, to unlock the final class, I needed to grind more to get the EXP to be able to unlock the royal class in time for the final fight. So that's like a bit like, it feels like the game compared to Persona, where Persona, your character can change persona, but the rest of the character, they only have one, and then you switch between them when you're here. Every character can be anything, but then it's a bit, it wasn't true, I felt, but I thought they tried to make it that way, but I don't know, or I don't know what was the intention, because I just thought like, if you really wanted archetypes of like, okay, this guy is like, it's supposed to be this, but you can also give him that, it should have been a bit clearer, but it's fine. Side quests were fun. A lot of side quests, well, it was often the same dungeon. You had like the outdoors forest dungeon, you had the indoors dungeon. They were all very similar when you go on it, but still, like, some were tough, and some bosses were every boss. I liked the fact like you had to buy the intel and prepare your party for the dungeon, and then every dungeon like had some type of mechanic that, okay, if you want to beat this guy, you need to have this spell or whatever. And sometimes I was like, oh shit, I don't have it, and then I had to spend some leaves of life of root or whatever to go unlock the thing. you know, it was great. Yeah, otherwise the story, I mean, the music was awesome. That's a given. The story, I mean, the story is okay. I will say. I was like, I like the themes, but I feel it's just like it's like for 120 hours. It's like a lot of very always like we can do it. Friendship will do it. No racism. Da, da, da. I'm against racism for sure, and you know the world depicted in this, you know, this fantasy world, you know, it's great. The situation at the end, it's a better place that they are, but it's just for 120 hours. It's you know, it's a lot. Also, some things I don't really like the fact that it's the first general election in this world, but turns out I'm the prince. Like, if you want to make a point about democracy, make the character a nobody that just, you know, but no, I'm special because I'm born out of nobility. But hey, the people chose me. I mean, I felt like I understood, like, okay, there was more punchlines with if you have the royalty and the story secrets, because at the start we start at thinking we're a nobody, but the reveal at the end, at the middle of the game, is that we're the prince. I feel like it removes a lot of the power about the themes of this game, but you know, it's okay. We needed a plot twist. The Great
Dear
Seeker.
guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction.
Yeah.
However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you.
That's what I said the first time I played the game. They asked me, do you think, you know, fiction can impact people's life? And I think, yeah, I think you can play this and become a better person
With
through
all
it.
my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
And it's not gonna happen in one day. It's, you know, it's day by day. We can make the world a better place. That's true. It's all true.
Look at that. The rubble's just made for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart.
We will.
Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Into the next JRPG that we have bought. Fantasy lives on. I could do a new game plus now on the hardest expert difficulty. By saving your clear game data, certain things can transfer over to a new game. You can transfer the items, money, World virtues. Enemies. Wow. Save. Yes. Do. Clear game. 118 hours. We've done it. All right, Twitch. Oh. Ah. Twitch. I don't know right now what's the next game we play on this channel. I think I will take a little break of before. I think I'm probably gonna play a palette cleanser game. I know I'm doing some Zelda randomizer right now. I don't know if I put that on YouTube, but it's gonna be on Twitch for sure. But maybe I'll play like a little shorter game before I head up into the next JRPG. But the plan is probably gonna be Shin Megami Tensei 4 on DS. No promise, because there's a lot of options. I will also be finishing Sea of Stars while walking, so there will be that. It's I know it's been a while since the last episode on that series, because I had to change my setup. You know, I'm now here on this couch. But yeah, okay. So follow and subscribe. Thank you. We keep playing JRPGs on this channel. It will never end. But I will take a small break for sure. See you on the next game.